Quite a dream project, right?
That's on our bucket list still, right? To
Absolutely.
do this. Yeah,
Yes.
at some point.
We love a good bit of stationery, don't we, on this channel?
And what you really need is like a really iconic symbol, right? I think that helps a lot.
But it definitely is something nice to look at on a Friday. Oh, I tell you what, if Anatoly was here in this video,
You know, they will have a like an advantage in front of like other museums around them.
What's good, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Brand Review. As always, I'm sat here with my esteemed colleague Jan Stein.
Hello, hello.
And today we are going to be breaking down the brand. We do not know which, we've not discussed the brand.
You don't know.
I don't know.
I know.
Jan knows because he prepared everything.
It's a surprise.
But generally on this channel, it's kind of a first reaction. We don't discuss the brands and we react to them as we go through them. But the premise is that we look at the logo, we look at the landscape, and we, at the end, give our score. And, of course, our humble opinion. So without further ado, I think I would like to hand it directly over to Mr. Jan Stein, who is going to give you a history of the brand we're going to be talking about today. And
Yes,
I can see on my screen, it's the Toledo Museum of Art.
Toledo
Toledo, okay.
Museum
All right.
of Art.
Good start, okay.
Yeah, it's a little surprise for you. It's
Thank you
also
very much.
it's Friday and
Friday,
we
surprise
had
day.
a busy week and I thought let's just look at something nice today.
Okay,
It's
nice.
not an indicator of the score, but let's look at something nice today.
Okay, nice.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
All right. As you could see on your screen, it's about the Toledo Museum of Art. So I give you a little info about the history of the museum. So it was established in 1901. So it's over 100 years old. It's in Ohio. Yeah, so in Michigan, in the US. I think there's a Toledo in Spain as well. So I first thought it's in Spain, but it's in America.
Yeah, it sounded like a Spanish name. That's why I couldn't pronounce it.
Yeah.
Correctly.
They have a lot of artworks, 30,000. They have a diverse collection of European, American, Asian, and African art, and also decorative arts and glass. And also the building has an iconic architecture. It's a Greek revival main building and also a modern glass pavilion. Here you can already see the old logo. This is how it looked like. You see also in the background, that's the museum.
When was this created? Do you know?
I couldn't find it. No, but the logo was actually done by a famous logo designer from America. I forgot the name, but we will leave the name.
Here. this guy.
This guy. They actually, this is funny, they actually have had two design agencies working on this, two design studios. One of them is called Semi-Formal. Semi-Formal.
This is a good one.
Run by Paolo Catala. And also Scorpion Rose Studio, both from Detroit. And they were both had the chance to do a total rebranding, including strategy and a holistic design system. So
quite a dream project, right? Designing the Museum of Art is pretty up there.
Yeah, that's on our bucket list still, right? To
Absolutely.
do this. Yeah, yes. At some point we'll do it. Okay, so let's have a look what Semi-Formal and Scorpion Rose Studio have done. So first of all, here is the new logo.
Very nice.
So
it's going to be amorphic, right? I'm pretty sure it's going to change shape.
You will see.
Okay.
Be patient.
Okay. Right. Stay calm.
So the letter T becomes like a very iconic icon symbol, and they also want to pay homage to Toledo's history of the city of glass. I think you will also further see what they mean by that. But it's like a isometric view on this logo, on this T. So it's quite a geometrical shape, and then some nice typeface next to it, and you have the letters T, M, and A placed on the logo on the 3D form. So here is already like a little logo derivation. So that's the area where the building is on is already T-shaped. of course, Toledo is the letter of the city. So that's why I decided to go with a big blocky T as a logo.
Yeah, I mean, is it really a T, or is that a far stretch? Is it coincidentally a T?
Yeah, I think that's a T for me. That works as a T.
And
it fits to, again, Toledo, the city, and also the shape of the property.
That's what I mean. The not the shape of the logo, but the shape of the area that's drawn out of the property.
Yeah. And here
there
also.
There we go. What did I tell you?
Yeah.
I could see
it's
this.
Moving. It's moving a lot.
Moving brand.
And here also like this, translucent effect. The city of glass, Toledo.
The city of glass. It's a city of glass.
It's called
the city of glass. Oh, okay.
I mean, they have looks like they have a heritage
with glass.
With probably a glass industry in Toledo, Michigan.
Very nice. It definitely is something nice to look at on a Friday.
Yes, that's why I chose it. That's why I chose it.
Yeah.
All right. So here we have some nice stationery.
Ooh, we love a good bit of stationery, don't we, on this channel? Hey?
Of course, it's a classic.
Oh, and there's an emboss.
Yes.
A blind emboss. Come on.
Nice envelopes in light gray.
Oh yeah. Show me my envelopes.
Here is the color palette. I think
classic.
Overall it's black and white, but they kind of have some pastel-y kind of colors which are taken from some of these artworks.
Yeah, so it's generative. So I've seen this before. I mean,
yeah.
There was the museum that Zagmeister worked on all those years ago, the famous one, where the shape of the building was also the logo as well. I can't remember the name of it. I'll leave that there. We're doing some great research on this, but it's a very famous one. I'm sure anybody who's into brand design or museums will have seen that. So there's a little bit of that calling out. But I always love this. I've also discussed this as well before about generating colors and certain essence and nuances from the pictures, and I think they've done it really well.
Yeah, and they use this mechanic to having the logo rotating over the artwork, so it just works to pick then some colors.
Yeah.
To also give it this 3D effect. Okay, that's the colors. Typography. So yeah, it's the good old Swiss they chose. The Swiss knife of the typefaces, kind of, right?
Oh, I'll tell you what, if Anatoly was here in this video...
Can't go wrong with Swiss.
Oh, it'd be explicit right now. Yeah, loving it.
No, if you're looking for a super multi-use type of font.
A workhorse.
It's a workhorse,
workhorse of a font.
Because you have a grotesque and a serif font in one. And both look really nice. And also very reasonable price, to be honest. So that's a good one.
Should we leave the price here as well? Because we don't know the price. But yeah.
Swiss, yeah.
Swiss.
You cannot go wrong with Swiss. From Swiss typeface, actually. Probably from Switzerland. Okay, website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's a website for a museum. I don't think you have to go too crazy with museum websites, right? So that's... Yeah, you can. You could.
You could.
Yeah, you could.
If you wanted.
Yeah.
It could be an entire virtual experience. You could do many, many things with that space. But the logo, for me, here is the hero. It's not necessarily the overall
I just want to say,
experience.
You can see the logo is the hero, and it's a nice way of playing it everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Very distinctive.
Yeah, I'm not so keen on the brown on the website, but that's just my personal taste. Brown, yeah. Okay.
Some social media snapshots. Again, the logo flying around, moving. And then we have some applications. Like here, it's not out of home, it's actually inside of the home, inside of the museum. Some advertising. More displays. Yeah, but it works. You have a nice combination of being very graphical having the logo like big in the middle, but also playing with photography and making the whole brand more vibrant and diverse to play with these photographies and pictures of the artworks.
I mean, the way they've exhibited it, they almost look like exhibition pieces themselves. And this is a mock-up. I would imagine it probably is maybe in the museum. Could well be.
Yeah. And then, makes sense to have a AR sculpture
outside the museum.
I mean, they can actually have a real sculpture outside of the museum, which has this shape, right?
They could do both.
Yeah, they have the AR already, and then probably later the real one.
Yeah.
And of course, some merch.
Nice. Nothing groundbreaking for me. Color in coasters. It's okay. Seen that many times. I like the sign for the cafe. That's quite cool.
It also looks really cool on a hoodie, right?
Yeah, that would have been my next thing.
That's something
actually.
You would wear, right?
I would quite possibly, if I was there, probably pick one of those.
It's not shouting at you, Toledo Art Museum. It's a cool hoodie.
It's like, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm into art.
And I think design. That's why it's a great logo, I think, in my opinion.
Ooh, that's nice. I like this. Yeah.
You think it's very, like you might have not so many opportunities if you just use the logo all the time, but they prove that you have, right? It looks cool in a lot of different ways. The way they use it here. Yeah, some experiential stuff.
Mm-hmm. I love this stuff. It was on it. We're working on a project at the moment, and we were talking about spatial design and talking about these optical illusions with inside of walls and spaces, and looking at things at different perspectives. I'm glad that they've used the environment to actually play with the shapes as well. It makes sense, right? It looks great.
Yeah, works as well. Also, it gives this very classical building, this Greek kind of revival building, a very cool modern touch as well, if you place these artworks in front of it. And that's it.
All right, okay, yeah, short but sweet, a nice one. Who wants to go first?
You go first.
I go first.
You
okay.
You have just seen it. It's your first impression.
Yeah, classic. That's the thing that comes to mind first and foremost, and some pure graphic design, which I love to see. There's not too many frills. It's not too fussy, and the logo is really dynamic. It moves between shapes. It moves with shapes, and it also works in different spaces. Works on a hoodie. Works on out home. Works inside of a building. So from that perspective, really, 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 really well done. Looks great. I think it falls short a little bit on some of the experiential stuff when it comes to website. But again, how much do you really want to do in that space? You need to convey information to the people who are coming, and it also needs to be usable for the people in the museum to also showcase up-and-coming exhibitions, etc., etc. So they probably went for that for a particular reason. And they kind of made up for it by having some AR in there as well. So actually looking a little bit outside of the box when it comes to what they can do and experimenting with technology. So for me, rounded, on point. I hate to use the word timeless, but kind of is a little bit. It's definitely going to last for some time. So for that, I would give it an 8. In my little, tiny, humble opinion when it comes to design. Yeah, but I like it. And thank you for bringing that to us on this cold Friday evening. Yeah, really joyful to look at.
You're welcome.
All right.
So I think with museums, I mean, you have usually like different museums in bigger cities, and they're kind of competing against each other, or even if it's a more famous museum, even like on a national scale or even international scale. And what you really need is like a really iconic symbol, right? I think that helps a lot. And you also need a way to have it in the same room with all these different kind of artworks, right? And I think they really nail it here with this logo, to be honest. It's a centerpiece of the whole campaign, of the whole brand, and it's executed nicely. It just works. It's distinctive, and I'm pretty sure that's, they will have a like an advantage in front of like other museums around them. So yeah, I'll give it a 9 actually.
A 9?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, that's a very high score.
I mean, you give it an 8. It's not that much higher.
Yeah,
lower.
No, eight's high, but 9 is almost a 10. We've only ever had a 10
if
once.
I look at it in the context they created this,
great.
and what is it for? It just works.
Great. It's great. That's your opinion.
It's what these
I like it.
museum needed, I think, and they
Yeah, it's cool. Okay, great. Yeah, lovely little branding. Some really cool stuff there. Yeah, if you agree with us or not, maybe let's get a conversation started in the comments below and tell us what you think. But that just about wraps it up for this episode. As always, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share it with people who you think might be into brand design or even museums. And yes, until next time, we'll see you.
Bye.
Ba-da-ba-bum.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum.
Museum.